YouTube, obviously, as you can see from the new video, I got a new haircut. I wouldn't call it like the best haircut ever since I just got right out. I'm not gonna shower just yet, but right after this video, so I can kind of recomb it. But then again, I do kind of look like a watered down version of Ellen DeGeneres when it comes to this haircut. But this won't really add or detract from what I'm going to say after this. So now you guys are definitely gonna ask me, why don't I take a fixed stance on a case of abuse? All right. So my answer to this is number one, I definitely know that the concept of rehabilitation for abusers, especially for people who've just been abused, I think that's a really hard thing to take in. But then again, let's also look at the other side too. The concept of some abusers from the rehabilitator side, the concept of some abusers being irredeemable for that matter, is also a hard concept to take in. But the reason I don't take a stance here is that both sides need to work together to create a balance. Both sides need to work together to create a lot of solutions. Because if we stay in reactionary pauses, if we stay in reaction for that matter, if we keep on attacking the other side, not coming to solutions, then that won't really solve any problems. That's why both sides, no matter how uncomfortable, need to unite together in order to fix this problem. Especially when it comes to the hot case of abuse versus in rehabilitation versus punitive punishment. The reason I don't take a stance in either side is number one, for the people who have been abused themselves, if we put punitive punishment on every single abuser, alright, if we put punitive punishment on every single abuser, we fail to also look at the complexity when it comes to cases. Into every single case of abuse, each case may vary. What may happen, what may be perceived, what the abuser's intentions were, we don't know. That's why if we unfairly apply this all to all abuse cases where the abuser should stay in jail for a really long time without any sort of rehabilitation. Without that, then we fail to look at the complexity. Now let's look at it from the other side too, where if we forgive abusers too uncritically, just rehabilitate them anyway without some sort of toughness, then we're also going to fail to look at the complexity from the other side too. Each case is very complex. How each motives and intentions are going to happen are very complex. The problem is if we apply this blanket judgment, whether that be punitive punishment for all abusers, or uncritical forgiveness to all abusers from the other side too, if we apply both of these together, it's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. Both outcomes have very dangerous oh, it always opens up, bro. Oh my god, let's go ahead and X that out. I don't know what's how going on. Yeah. But as you guys get it though, when it comes to both sides, it's really important to look at each case as it is. Because when it comes to it, no matter how controversial or polarized it may be, there needs to be a very careful balance of rehabilitation versus punitive punishment. There needs to be a very careful balance, and I'm really hoping that you guys can uphold that balance when it comes to really hot cases, because when it comes to it, we can't just have strong and extreme reactions. We need to have both sides from people who've seen rehabilitation versus others who've been abused themselves. Both sides need to have a say, not just one side dominating over the other, so that we can come to proper judgments. Especially when it comes to it too. Abusers hate unity. Abusers hate when abusers hate when there's unity over division. Abusers thrive in places where there's constant hate, or there's constant division, so that they can continue doing out what they're doing today. That's a really big thing, because both sides need to unite together to help to create positive and meaningful change. All right, it's not about defending the other side or that side. It's about making sure that there are long-term solutions. It's about making sure that there are solutions out there for people, so they can also save other thousands and thousands of other lives in the future too. All right, it's not just about defending. It's not about defending this side or that side, or appeasing to this side or that side. It's about making sure that each side has a proper say. Each side has a proper say in what they've been going through. All right, that's the big thing. In people who've seen rehabilitation themselves, they also need to work with people who've been abused themselves too, and vice versa. Because what this right here is creates a delicate balance between finding rehabilitating individuals and making sure that they get the punishment that they deserve. That's a really big thing right here, is that we also have the core of law in place too in order to do a lot of things like that. That's when it comes to public discourse, there needs to be two sides that can be able to speak with each other properly and with meaning behind it.